If you can talk a little bit about intrinsic motivation, and what that really means, because I mean, there've been, examples in my life where I've had friends who are either in really bad situations, and I'll be talking them through it. I'm like, okay, well, are you looking for solutions? Yes. Okay. So here are a couple of options for you. Great. But then they get frozen because it's like, as you said, I'm not enough. Or can I really do this? And then they get into self-sabotage. So I don't know if I'm able to articulate this clearly. How do you get through understanding what one really wants? Because we can say we want things, but maybe we're not using the right words to really express what we really want or what it is that we're seeking. So, for example, it could actually just be freedom, but we're masking it under something else, right? I don't know if that's making sense. Is
So
that
good.
what intrinsic motivation, or how would you describe that?
Yeah, I highly recommend. Dean Graziosi does a podcast, or he does. You can go to YouTube and search Seven Levels Deep with
Mhm.
Dean Graziosi. That is the best way that I could explain how to find your intrinsic motivation. Because you could say, I want, let's say, I'm going to just use weight loss again here because
Okay,
it's the
yeah,
tip of my tongue. Let's
right.
just say I want to lose 50 pounds. Why is that important to you? And then you need to answer that. And then, well, why is that important to you? Why is that important to you? The deeper you keep going into that is your intrinsic motivation that's going to move you on. Move because otherwise the surface level of I want to lose 50 pounds, it's not deep enough. There's no understanding why that's so important. I want to get healthy for my family, right? It may be first, like, I want to feel confident. Okay, so why is confidence important to you? Well, I'm always tugging at my clothes, and I just want to be able to feel more successful when I step into a meeting or I'm stepping in front of people and speaking. Well, why is that important to you? Well, because, and the deeper and deeper and deeper you get
Mm.
into that, that's when the emotion starts popping up for you. That's when you start deeply connecting, and that is your intrinsic motivation. Otherwise, if you're just at that surface level, it's like, yeah, if it happens, great, no big deal, no big deal, and then
Wow.
nothing changes. And so, the other thing I just want to say about that is that when, let's say, you ask a question to your friend, is like, why is that important to you? Why do you, whatever the goal is, um, usually what starts happening is the excuses start popping up.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
really want this, yeah, but I just can't do it because I don't have time, or I don't got this, I've got too busy, I can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. That excuse is the wall. That is going to be your limiting belief that's popping up. So when I'm talking with someone, helping them to move forward, believe it or not, I'm looking for the excuses to pop up. I'm waiting for it. It's like, wait for it, wait for it.
Yeah.
Once those excuses pop up, now we're talking. Now we get to take a deep dive in. Now we get to really start figuring out, because when somebody says that they have a goal and they don't haven't achieved it yet, there's a reason why they haven't achieved it yet. So I love being a coach because it's like I get to pull out the magnifying glass and take a deep dive. We get to roll up our sleeves together and figure out why they don't have exactly what it is that they want. But people got to be wanting to do the work, Aisha. Like, if they're not willing and they don't want it deep enough, they haven't gone 7 levels deep to figure that out. For the most part, it's just a surface level goal, and they're not willing to do the work. This is hard, and I love the saying. It's hard to break through these limiting beliefs, but it's also hard staying the same. So choose your hard.
Ooh, ooh, I love that. I love that. And there's something else you said that really stuck with me about, and I know this, to be true, is until we make that emotional connection
Mhm.
with the goal, it's not really a goal. Then it's just something you're saying because either you're expected to say it or you think you should say it, or whatever. It's not really a thing.